The qualifying sets the grid, and it's the same all weekend. So Fong, Gagne, and Ashton Yates on row 1.
Gillum, Beaubier, and Sean Dillon Kelly back there on row number 2. Andrew Lee, Uribe, Escalante. How about this? Will Josh Herrin get the same start right next to Benjamin Smith and Max Flinders? Let's see if Herrin can double up like what he did yesterday. That was so key for him. Kornbauer, Beach, Danilo Lewis, Campbell, Stouffer from Australia, Jason Waters. I saw him leaving pit lane, Greg, so I'm not sure if he has to go to the back. Bobby Davis, Blackall, and Marquez are going to round out the field.
Scheduled for Superbike race number 2, and we are getting ready to get after it. A little bit of a delayed launch from Ashton Yates on the 27. He'll get gobbled up. But as we head off into turn number 1, it looks like Bobby Fong, the number 50, is going to lead us with his teammate Gagne right there as well. It looks like Hayden Gillum in 3rd with Josh Herrin in 4th. Good launch for him, too.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good move for him. Also, Hayden Gillum. What's Hayden Gillum got as Herrin slides back into 3rd now, gets himself up to 3rd. Hayden Gillum back to 4th.
I checked in with his crew chief, Jeremy Toy, asked him about changes that they potentially made coming into this race. Sean was able to finish 4th yesterday, but desperately wanting another podium result to end out this 2025 season.
So right now, Herrin's not really that big of a concern. So, you know, these attack teams, they're so, here's Andrew Lee, and it looks like Benjamin Smith.
Yeah, Benjamin
Andrew
Smith
Lee
is 78.
and Benjamin Smith both look like they've come to grief.
And there's a pass for the lead.
There you go.
So there goes Josh Herrin, and now he's going to try to dictate the pace. We're going to see what kind of fight Bobby Fong has in him.
As you're going to look here at the pass that he's going to make on Bobby Fong down into turn number 1, Greg. And then live on the right side of our screen, you can see that the 2 guys running 1st and 2nd, Gagne there in 3rd.
After the race yesterday, they were just before the start-finish line, and for Josh, he wasn't able to keep track of where he was at in the race, where he was at in terms of gap. So now today they've moved it just after the start-finish line, giving his eyes a little more of a chance to go down the front straightaway, hopefully give him a little bit more information over the course of these 20 laps.
This is where he's looking down the inside, going into 3. Then they're going to flop it back over to the left here. And then you're going to see as they come out of there, Greg, and look at Bobby, he's going to have a go.
Whoa! Bobby did some weird things on the front end, but Josh Herrin's just going to chop off the front end of his motorcycle. And Bobby Fong getting a little bit loose. And he's going to go up the inside.
I think Herrin's just slowing the pace down, and Bobby knows what's going on. And it's bringing a bunch of other people into play.
By the way, look at that top speed for Bobby, 175, Herrin 174. Gillum 172, 171. So incredible speeds here when you're coming onto the front straightaway. And now it looks like Fong. Oh, he's getting a little erratic. Is Bobby's going to lose a position? Last time by goes 121. So it feels like that Herrin's got 1 second in his back pocket if he needs to play with it.
It's a smart move from Josh. Actually, it's a very, very smart move for him. And as you can see, he'd still go into the look at the championship battle there, great.
From 3rd position in the points. If he's able to do this in the last race weekend of the season, it would be absolutely legendary. But here comes Cameron Beaubier, draft and pass maneuver on the front straightaway into turn number 1, and the Tytler Cycles BMW rider will take over the lead.
So he looks over to the left, and it almost looked like he put his right leg out, almost as if to say, all right, you can take a little bit of a shot. It was further back in that shot there, Greg, but just from my position here.
You said it exactly right. The second half is where he's been strongest, not just this weekend, but all season long. I just talked to his crew chief and team owner, Richard Stanboli, and he said they did have the conversation about what to do here in the second of 3 Superbike races. This one is all about not taking any risk. There's still 25 points on the table for the 3rd race here later on today.
Progressive Yamaha, who's trying to help him out right now. Gagne is in a position where he's trying to keep the rest of the riders at bay and let the front 3 in the championship duke it out for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see, Greg, the times automatically just dropped. 21-2 for Beaubier, now 21-3 for both Beaubier and Herrin.
That one of the things that these Dunlop tires love is heat in a racetrack. And yesterday, it was cloudy and a lot cooler. So the fact that the sun is shining, the fact that you can see the depth of those shadows on the front straightaway is a good thing for these tires.
He was just looking around that time. Herrin, when he came down the straightaway, just kind of looked over to the right. It almost looked like he thought he could maybe make that pass. And he still might be able to, so you know he's hanging on the back. We go 21.5 that time, so the pace dropped about half a second. And so you see now it looked like Escalante looked like he wanted to take a shot at his teammate SDK as they went down into that turn 5 area.
But if Bobby was close enough and he lost a little bit of time through that corner to make a move on this lap on Herrin, it would have surprised him for sure. Because now Herrin's going to know from his pit. Bobby looked like he turned in a little early in that corner.
Yeah.
and that kind of blew his drive. But side by side they go, and it looks like Josh Herrin now wants to take over the lead. He has position, so there goes the number 1. So after a 21-4, 21-4, 21-5, 21-4, Herrin thinks he's got more in him, and he's about 0.6 of a second off the fastest time that he's done. Actually, half a second off the fastest time he's done so far, with Fong catching him. So Herrin's got the information he needed on the pit board, and here he goes.
Look at that. He's 22-1, Greg, in the first split. Fastest first split of the race. And look at Bobby Fong. He's going to take a shot at Cam Beaubier. So Bobby's not even going to hang around. That's exactly the guy that he needs to pass. He really is not going to be worried too much about Herrin. Beaubier looks like he's just fallen off the pace ever so slightly this lap. So Bobby's just going to look up ahead of him and just go chase down the guy that's setting the pace.
I mean, Beaubier talked about it pre-race. It's about getting this BMW to go the distance. You know, having the consistency of the front end. And
you can see what they've done to the rest of the field. SDK into the 22s along with his teammate and Gagne. Gillum that time went 21-6, sitting back there. But now the 3 that have been leading the championship, the 3 that have given us so many good races this year, are back at the front doing the same thing. Fong's going to take a shot at Herrin this time into turn 5. They're going to go over this little wheelie hill, rip through here. If Herrin opens the door at all, Fong's going to go through.
Bobby Fong, the number 50-year championship points leader. Here he goes. Wow, Jason with his crystal ball calls it again. Fong's going to try to scoot away and create some distance so Herrin doesn't have a chance to fight back. And he gets it for the moment. Bobby Fong back to the lead.
And that's exactly what you kind of thought was going to happen. Just by looking at Bobby's body position and posture, he just looks like he's ready to go. He knows he's got a motorcycle underneath him that will try to pull up alongside by the start-finish line and do something with Bobby down into turn number 1.
Yeah, Josh Herrin gets a superior drive coming out of the front straightaway. Uses that Ducati motor and drive, and they're side-by-side. Danger zone as they go. Fong doesn't want to give up the position, but Herrin forces his way through, and he's back to the lead.
And that's great racing right there. Really good racing from those two guys. He doesn't like the chatter. So what he does, even there, you can see him duck out, get down into turn 3 a little early. He gets in there and trails the front brake to load the front tire. Even there again, turn 3B to 3C. This isn't something new that we've seen Bobby do. This is what makes him comfortable, and this is the setup that attack team has given him. And I think, he's going to be there going into the final lap. Will Escalante. We got 2 laps to go. Right now, Bobby Fong stays where he's at. He eliminates one of his title contenders. He doesn't know it, but he's got Richie Escalante there knocking on the door, trying to get on the podium for that Vision Wheel M4 X-Star Suzuki. And Greg, we say it a lot. How about we got 4 different brands fighting at the front right now for this race?
Incredible. Here
with
we go.
The last lap coming.
To the white flag we go. Herrin could drive by Fong as well. He'll get into the tuck. There's Beaubier a couple of bike lengths behind. When they come across the stripe, it's just like that. Herrin, Fong, Beaubier, Escalante. Escalante lost a little bit on the drive, but he's close enough. The question is, does he have a motorcycle to fight with, does Escalante? Or is Escalante going to leave this fight for the front? He's riding so hard. Bobby Fong in the situation now where if it ends like this, he's going to eliminate Josh Herrin out of this champ. Oh, no way! Down goes your championship points leader on the final lap. Bobby Fong down on this one. And all of a sudden, this championship is on its head. Here comes Escalante up the inside. No. So Josh Herrin has no idea what happened behind him.
You're going to see he's been doing this line every lap. Just gets in there tight. And that was weird. Something that was really strange. The roll off of the throttle and that bike. Now he's got to go into race 2 today, or race 3 for us, with basically probably a brand new motorcycle, Greg.
Yeah,
that was devastating to watch right there.
Wow, and you can see the team. Nobody wants the championship to be like this. A minor error. And now Cameron Beaubier in a position where he's going to try to win this. This is a big deal for Beaubier if he can get around Josh Herrin. Here we go onto the front straightaway. Herrin looks like he's got it as they come on to the front straightaway at New Jersey Motorsport Park. It's going to be Herrin, Beaubier, and Escalante. 1, 2, 3. Hayden Gillum in 4th, and the team goes nuts.
Wow.
And this championship moves on to another race.
And now look at these guys. Now they feel like they have a real shot at this title this afternoon.
Indeed, and Cam Beaubier as well. So
Third Superbike race was the next race out because it is going to be fireworks between those top 3. Now it really got tight. Richie Escalante, can't say enough about him. Been riding really good the last couple weekends, and that's just a great for that team. They put so much into it. the M4 Suzuki team. Beaubier shows why he's the 5-time champ. Toward the end of the race, when it was time to go, he went, and just incredible job, and now he's got a real shot. He's won titles before. This would be his 3rd Superbike title for Josh Herron.
Josh Herron, and he is going to take victory in this one by 1/10 of a second over Cameron Beaubier. Richie Escalante, who put himself in a perfect position to get on the podium, his 2nd of the season. Here's your championship point standings. Cameron Beaubier by 7-13 to Herron, and we got another race coming up later today. Wow.